the 2020 Papa John's Trophy final, Salford against Portsmouth, a huge game in the club's history. Just talk us through your feelings about that game.
Yeah, obviously, we were speaking about it today, some of the lads, and obviously there's pretty much a different team. I think a few of the lads were involved in it when they got to the final. But yeah, I think all we can do is keep up what they've done. They've got us there, so we can just go out there and give it our all like we do every game. So yeah.
Like we were just saying there, it's a pretty strange scenario. It's not very often that, or ever, you've really seen a competition held a year later with a completely different squad, albeit of a few players. But it's a fantastic opportunity for yourself personally, but also the rest of the lads to take the bull by the horns, so to speak, and go and win a major competition for Salford City.
Yeah, definitely. I think even being at Wembley as well, I've never played at Wembley, and it's something I think that every lad wants to do growing up with it being such a big stage. So yeah, I think all we can actually do is, like I said before, give our all. And I'm just looking forward to the experience, and it's something that will be with me forever. So yeah,
that was my next question, really. It's like a young lad like yourself who hasn't had the opportunity to play at the National Stadium before. This competition presents that opportunity to do that, and it must be a real dream come true for you, so to speak. It's something that you've probably grown up, as well as wanting to play for your Leeds United, but to also show your talents on show at a stadium like Wembley.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just a big stage, isn't it? And you never know who's really watching one of them. Anyone could be watching, and I think it's just your time to shine. If the night goes your way, it's successful. But if not, it's just a great experience. So yeah, I think definitely from a young age, it's been something that every lad wants to do, and yeah, really looking forward to doing that.
Obviously, the only unfortunate thing about this final is that there will be no fans in attendance this year. How gutting is that for the supporters of Salford? Obviously, we've seen them fly through the leagues. They've been there throughout the trophy presentations and the wins at Wembley. But this one, the first one in the EFL structure, it's going to be gutting for them to miss, but it makes it your job then to go out and make sure they have something to celebrate once they can come back into the stadium.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's definitely frustrating for a player, especially me going out on loans. I was at Lincoln. I didn't experience the fans there. Coming to Salford, hopefully one day I can experience the fans. But yeah, I've seen videos when they were last at Wembley and the following that they took. It's just a shame that can't be there and really, strive you on. But I guess it's something that we're getting used to now playing. Well, me especially, I'm used to it playing with no fans. And hopefully it doesn't affect us on the night, which I'm sure it won't.
And then facing an outfit like Portsmouth, the holders of the competition from 2019, a strong outfit, aren't they, in Sky Bet League One especially, always up there riding high, a team that used to be in the Premier League, FA Cup winners. It's a big game for you in that respect against a team that are very well versed in the football and dynamic.
Yeah, definitely. I think I made my debut for Lincoln against Portsmouth, and that was not the best night, to be fair. We lost 4-1, and I didn't do great at all. But I think for me, definitely, I want to put that right, and make it right. I think you always want revenge, don't you? When someone absolutely demolishes you down a wing. But no, hopefully we can go give that revenge and really stamp our mark and show that we're serious and we want to win the game.
Yeah, just touches on that. I was looking through the soccer-based stats, and obviously I know that you played 2 games for Leeds before you made your debut outside of Leeds United for Lincoln City. That game against Portsmouth, like you said, is that something that sits a little bit extra with you, that you want to show that you can right that wrong, that you might not have had the best of debuts or whatever, the scoreline wasn't how it should have presented itself, and this game will show you personally that it's a great opportunity to go and right that wrong in some respects.
Yeah, definitely. I think I first found out about the game when it was on Twitter. I didn't actually know about that they were in the final, so for me to hear that we were in the final was just, it was, like I said before, it's a dream to play there. So but definitely that night against Portsmouth, it was my debut for Lincoln, and I think it just was a real eye-opener for me. I think got targeted a lot and didn't have the greatest games, but all you can do from that is try and bounce back, which I tried to do. And I think obviously you want to get a bit of revenge, don't you, when they've beat you 4-1 and you haven't played great. So yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
And just going back to how much of a significant moment this could be for the football club, we've seen, it's been well documented over the years, the takeover from the guys from Manchester United, the big headline names, but then you've seen them have a meteoric rise from lower league football to the Football League. But this game, I think some would argue that this is probably the biggest game in the club's history so far.
Yeah, I agree. I think to really show you that we are serious and we want to get as far as the Premier League Championship, I think, which the club wants to do. They're ambitious and I want to help them do that, which is the reason why I'm here. But yeah, I think the game's huge for us to really show that we are serious and we're a good team going in the right direction.
You mentioned it before, and it was something that I was keen to try and understand from your perspective. Was there's not many of the squad from last year who got the team through to the final that are still in the dressing room. I think maybe a handful. You said that they've spoken about it already. How much of them lads looking forward to it, playing it, albeit a year later, but it still means as much as it would if they would have played it come February, March time last year?
Yeah, well, we were speaking about it today, actually, that there's only a few of the lads there, and I think for them, they deserve to enjoy the moment really well. And for us, I think just need to look at it like it's every game, not like it's a big final. And we want to win every game that we play, which every footballer does. And as soon as you cross the white line, you want to win the game. And even it being on that big stage might give you an extra push, extra motivation, which I feel like as a group we do have. And I know that we'll go in there wanting to really win the game.
And then moving on to you personally, obviously we mentioned that you're on loan from Premier League side Leeds United. You spent the first half of the season out on loan at Lincoln, as you said, and then now you're here at Salford City. Just talk us through how it's been adapting to life, coming from under 21s, under 23s football to playing, they say men's football, but it's more competitive football, isn't it, week in, week out?
Yeah, I think Lincoln felt like a little taster for it for me, really. I think being pampered all your life and being at an academy and growing up there, and then really stepping out, you're living on your own, away from family. I was 20 minutes down the road from Leeds, so I think when you step out of that environment, you're literally just looking after yourself and you do what you can do to better yourself. But no, I think with Lincoln, I think coming to Salford, I've really tried to put my foot down and show that I want to improve so much. And I feel like the team and the managers helped me do that a lot here, playing in a position which I prefer and just having the freedom to play. So no, I think coming to Salford was probably the best thing I've ever done. Absolutely loving it, going in every day and that, training, trying to learn. There's a lot of experienced lads there, so yeah, I am really enjoying every bit of it, and I just want to keep playing good, keep getting game time if I can. I know nothing's promised in football, but if you work hard, I feel like you do get your reward. So I'll try to keep doing that. Sticking
with that loan spell at Lincoln, obviously we saw you score your first goal, which ended up being your last game, I think it was, if my memory is correct. That must have been a huge moment for you, albeit it was in this competition. It wasn't your first league goal, which I know come a couple of weeks after. That was still a hugely successful moment for you, for going through all the years at Leeds, making your debut for them, but then actually getting the ball in the back of the net, something that you probably dreamed about over and over again. It was a huge moment for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think I feel like there's no better feeling than scoring a goal, to be fair, but knowing it was my first professional one, it meant a lot. And we were having a laugh. We didn't think it'd be a diving header, but glad I got that, and the goal's a goal. So yeah, and then coming here at Salford, scoring on my second game, on my home debut, it was a nice feeling. And I wanted to, once I got that taste, I wanted to get more, and which I did the 2 games after. So another home game, which I was really happy about.
Obviously, someone like yourself who has come through a team that was in the Championship and then got promoted to the Premier League, sometimes opportunities are not presented to themselves quite as easily. And with some of the players that they've got in that squad as well, it's always going to be harder to break through. But for you to take the initiative then to go out on loan and further your development and play week in, week out, going to the EFL is a perfect opportunity to show what you're made of and give the manager back at Leeds United a huge sense of, look, this is what I can do. How about chucking me in it and seeing where we can go from there?
Yeah, I feel like it was coming, really, me going out on loan, which I was happy about. I wanted to develop, and then obviously coming here at Salford, I feel like all you can do is work as hard as you can, and if one door closes, another might open. But if I do as well as I can, then you never know, do you? Football's a strange game. No one knows anything. So I feel like all I can do is work as hard as I can and maybe impress people back at Leeds. I'm not sure, hopefully. But just keep doing what I'm doing and hopefully a door will open.
And then sticking with the Papa John's Trophy, this competition, albeit gives players like yourself who have come from a Premier League club the chance to go out and play first team football. But on the flip side of that, there's youngsters that have come through academies in the EFL and might not be too far away from league action, but a perfect example would then for me to start in this sort of competition, whether it's against an under-21 side or a team that's above them in league standing. It gives them the chance to shine, doesn't it? And also gives the manager of the team that you're at the chance to say, look, well, he performed well and above his station in that Papa John's Trophy game. Let's chuck him in the league action and see what he can do.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. I think I played in the Papa John's Trophy this year at Lincoln, so luckily I don't know if I'm not cup tied for the year before, but yeah, definitely there was a lot of them when the manager changed the team up and they really performed. So I think it's a big chance for anyone that's going to play in the game to say that they're ready to play in games. So yeah, I think it's a really good cup, and credit to the lads, to be fair, that got us there before, because we wouldn't be in this position without them. So yeah, really thankful for them.
And then the last word on Salford then, before we just move on to your time at Leeds. You're in fantastic form yourselves. You're pushing for promotion, whether it be through the playoffs or through the automatics. It's a very tight and testing League Two. Anybody from top spot down to sometimes 20th could probably just get 3 points and end up 5th. It's that kind of league. But just talk us through how much of a buzz is around the club, and it's something that clearly you're really enjoying your time there. You're having a laugh with the lads, and that's what it's about: is having a laugh, but also getting results. And it seems like you've got a great mix of the two.
Yeah, definitely we do. I think we do here. I think last game summed it up really when we were 3-0 up at half time, and people weren't really happy. They were happy, but saying let's really finish these off now. I think that really shows what we like as a group. But no, I think we've got the balance perfectly, and the way that we do prepare for games is really good. And everyone has an understanding of what they want to do now as well, and the roles that they play. And I think it's a really good group that wants to actually get up there and get games won on the bounce. I think that's what we're looking at to do next, just to get a run of games, which I feel like we can do. It's not always hard, when the games are being cancelled and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like we're on our way to be that.
Then just talk us through your time at Leeds. Obviously, you've come through the ranks there. You won countless awards, countless competitions a couple of seasons ago. But it's your relationship with Marcelo Bielsa that I kind of want to tap into. I think I saw an article that he called you one of the most dynamic players that he's worked with. Sure, that's a huge compliment to you and your ability as a footballer. And more about is your mentality to direct your game, whether you're playing at full back to centre midfield. It just shows that he's got a lot of time for you and you are in his thinking.
Yeah, obviously I have a lot of time for him as well because he's top manager, and the way he developed me, I feel like he kickstarted my career really. I wouldn't be able to run like I do now if it wasn't for him at all. So yeah, I feel like he's a massive help for me, and he's the one that made me that dynamic, because the training that you do there is so hard, but when it comes to a match day, you feel fit. And I feel like when you do something for so long, it becomes it becomes almost like second nature. You do it without even thinking. So I feel like that's really helped me a lot, to be fair. And coming here, I've tried to keep doing stuff that I did do when I was training with the first team or against them or playing at Leeds. So yeah, I feel like it's a big help for me, and such a big compliment of someone like that who is one of the world's best managers, and you can see it now the way that they play.
Just talk us through the side that we've seen to him. Is obviously he came out with the huge documentary, as well as like the stats and everything like that. I think I remember someone saying that he ended up coming in and doing 6 sides of A4 about a goalkeeper that had not played a minute all season. Is that just his mentality? Just wants to get the best from whoever he's playing against or whoever he's got in his squad? Is he that kind of person, that mentality that wins you championships and gets you to the top half of the Premier League? Is that kind of manager?
Yeah, definitely. I think I touched on it before about if you put in the hard work, you get your rewards, and I think he's just an example of it, really. I think he breathes football, lives and breathes football, and you can see it by the way that he trains players, the way that he trains a team, the way that he prepares for a game is just like I've never seen before. So yeah, I feel like he just really loves football, and he's got everything that he deserves by studying that much. So yeah, he's really good manager. Yeah.
And then the final question for me then is, you were rewarded with the Academy Player of the Year. After he comes in, he has his moments with you, and like you said, he takes your career to the next level. He kickstart in that respect, and that was clearly shown by your performances in the pitch for the academy. But it was also getting recognised by your peers and coaches at the academy level. That must have been a hugely proud moment for you.
Yeah, definitely. I remember the night. I didn't expect it at all to even be something further Academy Player of the Year. So it was a big shock to me and a big relief as well, because it was a proud moment for me and my family. So yeah, I feel like that year was a lot of hard work, kind of in between the first team and 23s, playing for the 23s, travelling with the first team. But I feel like when you're doing that for a championship side, top of the league, can't really complain, can you? So I was just trying to work around everything and learn off them players, which I do think really helped me kickstart my career. And if it weren't for that, I don't know where I'd be now. So yeah, can only thank them for that.